We're back with Investing Insights with Barry Burnett. Investing Insights with Barry Burnett is designed for you, the entrepreneurial investor, to live your life, to actually gain the things you planned, to enjoy the future that you had always hoped for and always wanted. But, and here's the big but, everything we're hearing in the public, everything we're hearing even from mainstream media is that the average American has not made arrangements to live beyond the age of retirement. You better be planning on a quick death after 65. Oh, no. You better be planning a little more brightly than that with a bit of wisdom. And what we've got is tremendous content presented by Mike Meena, the president of Augusta Financial, the number 7 loan officer in the entire United States in 2013, and his senior loan officer, Aaron DesMarais, who's my personal lender and has been since 1989. My kids call him Uncle Aaron. So what we've got, though, is a lot of people who have failed to think anything about their future, their retirement. You were talking, Mike, earlier about a gentleman who set aside $250,000 and retired, and he had no other plan.
Yeah, well, he has Social Security, his $250,000.
God help him.
He and his wife retired about 12, 18 months ago. He's about $100,000 into his $250,000 now, so he's got about $140,000 left at this point. And we had a long conversation, and we talked about reverse mortgages. We talked about some other things, and I said, really, what you need to do, you need to sell your house. You need to move down into a condo with a very low payment, take that money and invest it properly, whether it's investment properties or some other form of investment. He's a 70-year-old man, and he really has nowhere else to go at this point. And
thank God he's got a property that has some equity.
He does.
Because many people who are sitting and doing this in apartments have no future at all. Yeah. We're talking breadlines.
It is really scary, the amount of people that have this going on and they don't have any money or they haven't really prepared. It kind of reminds me of Mickey Mantle. If I knew I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself. Well, you know what? If you knew you were going to live this long, why don't you take care of your financial future? And I find all too often that our clients are more worried about what they're going to do and enjoy today rather than putting money away for tomorrow. And a lot of us make good money and we don't put away for that retirement. We don't think about that we're going to have to retire someday and we're not going to keep going at this level. And, as a 40-something, 49-year-old guy right now, I'm sitting here going, well, 5 or 6 years ago, I thought I'd play basketball forever and I'd be able to go into pickup leagues.
Yeah.
Well, now it's golf at this point, and I don't know if it's just going to be, croquet or something in my future, but this is what it is. We've got to prepare. We're getting older. We can't work at the same high level that we used to.
In this drought system, there probably won't be croquet on real grass.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do it on artificial turf. So
remember, the story that's been going around all week long is that 36% of all American citizens don't even have a retirement plan. They're going to just wing it after they retire. And as far as Social Security, I do agree with Mike. I think it's going to be around in the future. But can somebody live on $1,500, $1,600, $1,800 a month? You've got to have a contingency plan. You've got to back yourself up. Social Security is not going to be enough for the average retiree.
Yeah, and that's true. And we can't all be Walmart greeters.
Absolutely.
No, they only use 2, 1 per door. So that's the problem. Unless there's a super Walmart, maybe they have 3 doors.
Yeah.
Looking at it, the time to start is now.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it doesn't matter. You can't wait till tomorrow, okay? It's not like we start our diet every January 1st. We need to start saving for retirement today. Think about the things that you do. And I don't want to put Starbucks out of business, but I'll tell you, Starbucks is a big penalty to a lot of people who are spending $4 a day to go and grab their Starbucks when they should put that $4 away and find a way to go ahead and, put money and buy a house or a rental property or invest somewhere.
Yeah, and God forbid somebody's paying $62.50 for a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, my Lord.
There are crazy things that we do because they're little comforts for right now, instead of thinking about the huge responsibility of our comfort or our protection in the future. So you're talking about setting aside a little bit of money for your future? Well, this is Investing Insights with Barry Burnett. And the reason we're here on Talk Radio 790 KABC is that we want you, the entrepreneurial investor who may not have any retirement scenario at all, may not have any plan currently, to think for your future, for yourself, for your family, for your heirs, for your charities. How are you going to survive, protect, and preserve, and thrive? Well, Mike Meena, the president of Augusta Financial, and Aaron DesMarais, senior loan officer, have been talking about ways that you can set aside time now and get started by buying real estate for your investments to build a wealth so that you can set aside an equity so that you can build an income stream. Is that right, Mike?
Absolutely. And, Barry, it doesn't come down to just buying investment properties. Investment properties you can buy with 15% down on a loan amount under $417,000.
Now, it wasn't that way over the last 5 years. We went crazy. The pendulum swung. Is the pendulum easing up?
It's starting to ease up. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well, you've got government programs, but you've also got portfolio programs. You've got lenders from all over the universe that you can help people fit in, like Aaron was talking about, that you can help people fit a different box.
Right.
So you're talking about now there's money available for an investor with as little as 15% down, which frankly, listeners, that didn't exist 6-8 months ago.
No. And the other thing is let's say we take our first-time buyer and he comes in, he says, well, I want to buy a couple properties. Well, let's buy the first one at, say, $350. Let's buy a condo. And the second one will buy a house for $425. They could go in with 5% down the first time, 5% down for the move-up buyer a year later. A year later, they can go and move up again. Maybe they'd have to go 10% down the third time. And then all of a sudden we get into the 15% down. But really, buying 3 properties in the next 36 months, it should not be outrageous to any business owner that has that extra cash. Anybody who has the money should be able to do this. And you know what? 5 years from now, they're going to go, oh my God, that was the greatest thing I ever did.
Now, you're telling me that somebody may not absolutely need the brand new model of the BMW or the brand new Maserati. You're saying that perhaps they can get by with last model.
Yeah, well, I'm one of those guys. I drove a Honda Civic until about 2003 or 2004.
Wow, aren't you the show off?
One of my buddies made me buy his BMW, and I haven't switched back out of those cars. But I'll tell you, if I had to, I bought my daughter a Honda Accord for her first car, and I just feel that, you know what, there's cars that are out there that are just as good as the really expensive stuff. We don't need to spend it. When we get to that certain level, we can get there. But I have employees who I know have lost houses. I've seen people who lose houses. They're driving Mercedes, BMWs, whatever. It doesn't matter. But Maseratis. I had a client with a Maserati that lost his house. So these kinds of things happen, and it drives me absolutely nuts. This is not financial planning. This is financial failure, and you're setting yourself up to fail.
And these are aha moments that our listeners need to take away. This is vital stuff. So if you are driving along and you didn't pick this up, listen to it again, time and time again, until you understand this. This is vital stuff for you, the entrepreneurial investor, listening to Investing Insights with Barry Burnett to make yourselves, your portfolio stronger, safer, smarter. We can be accessed at barryburnett.net. Augusta Financial can be accessed at augustafinancial.com. These are vital tips, and you can get those tips and tip sheets and information coming out your ears from experts on barryburnett.net. Stay tuned. We've got fabulous information coming right back. Stay tuned.